Hey, welcome back to the bench. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining the channel. Today I got something a little different. This is one of my bench tools that I am sadly unhappy about because it stopped working. And I think it's because I had a leaky battery in the back. If I take this out, I can see residue from a battery leak. Maybe you can see that in there. Right down in there, there's all kinds of white crust. And I did clean it up a bit just before I turned the camera on. You can see a little bit down there. So, but what happens is it doesn't work. Now, let me load the batteries, and I'll show you what it's not doing. And you know me, I'll fix anything on this channel. Okay, it's already beeping and powering up. So the power's on. You can see the light. Now if I go test T-E-S-T, hit print, absolutely nothing. Turn it off, turn it back on. No print function whatsoever. What's kind of a bummer, because that's what it's supposed to do, is print. That's its whole purpose in life, is just to print labels. So this is a Brother P-Touch PT-100. Can you read that? Is it PT-100? And I like this one because it's really quick and easy to use. If I need something, I just turn it on, that print, and then out comes my label, and I can print multiple labels of the same thing. It's bad that it doesn't have a display, so you have to. It's good for short little labels, and you have to keep it in your head what you're printing. But let's see if we can figure out why it's not. It's got this silicone membrane pad. I'm wondering if maybe the pad is dirty. I don't know. Let's try taking this apart and seeing what we can find. Make it quick, because I don't want to spend much time on this thing. And I do have other label makers, but I don't like them as much as I like this one. So what we got here, we got two screws, one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay, let me split this somehow. There we go. All right, so we got our batteries. Oh, look at the corrosion here. See the corrosion on this wire. But that's not the problem, because we are getting power through that wire. So let me separate this. And this is the battery connector, and this is our print motor. Right. So we'll have to clean this up. Yeah, that's crusty. Okay, we'll deal with that later. And this is our brains behind the unit. So let's open this up. What am I going to find here? Well, this looks clean. I don't think there's anything. Well, there is crust in here. Look at this stuff. It got inside the case. All this white crusty stuff. So I'm going to have to clean all this. Yeah, they're going to have to give this a scrub. This is filthy. And these pads look good. Oh, wait a minute. I see the problem. I don't know if you can. Look at that chip. Look at the pins on that chip. It's got green corrosion on it, and blue corrosion. So we have right here and right here we got corrosion. Let me see if this is repairable or not. It should be repairable. Why wouldn't it be? Can't really tell. Let me get some alcohol. Can you see what's going on here? It's pretty small. Let me zoom in for you. Don't know. Seems okay. I don't see any broken tracks. That looks alright. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we got one broken track here. I see a broken track. I don't know if I can zoom in enough so you can see it yourself. Let me see if I can get this to... Okay, right here. This track does not follow through. I gotta get the reflection just right. Right here, this track is opened. This one looks intact. So I might have to put a jumper there. See, corrosion is not the greatest thing here. Yeah, it's definitely open. Okay. Guess I get to try my micro soldering skills. Let me clean this up. Let me clean this up and I'll bring you back in. Okay, we got big problems on our hands here because we got multiple spots where we got corrosion. Here's another spot right here. All these traces. Where else? I picked out about 3 or 4 of them here. Let me go right here, right beside this crystal. This lead here on this crystal is corroded. You can't really see it, but it's right there. And then there was another spot, this spot here. This trace here that goes over these traces. I think that's what that is, this jumper, and then it connects to this resistor. This resistor is all corroded here on the bottom, and I think that trace is gone. I'd have to scrape it away. It's very difficult to tell. But we definitely have an open trace here. This one's open for sure. I can bridge this one. We can test continuity on these ones. They don't look bad yet, but hard to say. Could be all open. Especially when you get corrosion around the solder. And then I saw another spot. This spot here on this buzzer. Buzzer's working though. You heard it beeping. We got corrosion on this leg. So yeah, we got multiple locations where we got problems. So first let's jumper this and we'll see if it brings it back to life. I'm going to have to get the microscope out, I think. I don't know. I'm really sitting on the fence here. Maybe I might just scrap this. Because if the crystal's working, because we're getting input on the board and it's beeping when we put our key entries in. Might be the finished of this thing. Okay, well let's try soldering this. I don't know if I can do this with a camera in my face, but we're gonna try. Problem is this chip has connections here along the way. There's about 5 pins here where there's no connection, but I don't know if they have connections on the underside of this chip. Might have to remove this chip and see what's underneath here, because I don't know if these are active pins or not. I have no clue. There's 2 dead pins here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead pins there. A couple dead pins here. So yeah, I don't know. Well, let me try soldering this up first. This is definitely broken here. But this goes, if I follow this line, it goes into the key matrix, right? For this line here, where is it? This one, this solder blob. It goes to the key matrix here, here, and then it goes all over. So, all right. So for wire, I'm just going to use regular stranded wire. We're going to strip off. And we're going to use one of these strands. Alright, so I've got a strand of wire. Let me tin this, if I can. I think I need to spin it this way. Let me zoom in so you can see better. Okay, iron's warmed up. Let's clean the tip really well. Okay, let's see if we can do this. You know what? I should have some flux on here. This will help. It'll block my vision, but at least it will help with the tinning. Okay. That side's tinned. Let's tin this side. Can't see. I think I got it. Alright, let's get our wire in place. Should tin this too. All right, here we go. I think I got it right spot. Nope. Should actually be doing this with a microscope. Oh, got it that time. It's hooked to something. It's there. I just need to pin it to the board now. I think I got it. No, I think it popped off the other one. Well, maybe it is there. It's not moving, so it's solid. Let me bust this off. Or just cut it. Okay. Let's wash this with alcohol, and then we'll inspect. That little wire's there, and it's doing its job, I think. Let me inspect it with this. Yeah, it's connected. I just need to trim this a little better. Okay, now let's have a look at these other ones. That one, this one's fine here on the crystal, but I could probably just bridge it with solder. Let me do that right now. Like that. Put a big blob of solder on there, and that'll bridge that. The other one was on a resistor. Where does it go? Let me see. Where did it go? It's right here. Right here. Between this resistor and this cap, I think. Yeah, I think it's open. Where is... right here. It's definitely open. Okay. Maybe not. I can see copper there. Only one way to tell is by checking with continuity. All right, here to here we have nothing. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a jumper here, this black thing. It's conductive paint. I'm getting 70 ohms, 80 ohms. But from this resistor to this capacitor, I'm going to have to add a jumper. let me do that. Let's start with soldering up that resistor. See if I can get some solder to stick. Okay, if I get a wire on that, tin this. Okay, flux. There, and on this cap. So first I'm going to tack the wire here. If I can see, I got the wrong tip for this, but we're going to do it anyways. We're going to power through it. Okay. Fiddly work. Let me just okay. It should work. Did you see that? I don't know if you did. Let's bust this wire off. Okay, and test for continuity. Should have our 0 ohms now. Yep. All right, I think I'm just going to clean this up a bit. So before I go any farther, I'm going to check some continuity here. Scrape through the solder mask. Let's do this. Let's go from this pin. Okay, that's working. And the next pin. It's not working. Got another break here. Yeah, it's broken. Third pin. Okay, that third. So this line here is corrupt. There's no. I'm scraping through the solder mask, and there's no connection there. Oh boy. Let me see if I can find where the break is. Yeah, I think it is broken. Let's try scraping this. There's so little copper to work with, that's the problem. It's scrape all this off. I can't see where it's broken though. Nothing there. So I'm going to have to add a wire from this second pin all the way over to a bridge over this, because I don't want to lay a pin or a wire on this. This is too fiddly. I think it's right here where all the corrosion is. Oh, hang on. I had a touch right here. Yeah, we got it on this side, but nothing on this side. Let me try putting some solder on this. Let's try wetting this with some solder. I don't think so. We'll see if we got continuity now. Nothing. This one works. This one, nothing. Okay, I'll run a jumper from this pin to this pad here. I think this follows through. Yeah, this side's good, this side is not. So I'll run a jumper from here to this pad. Let's see what kind of wire I got for that. Alright, this is going to be tricky, because it's like working from across the room with my eyesight. So I do have a piece of wire here, fairly thick stuff. This is probably 30 gauge, tin one end. And let's see if we can get some action here. My big clunky iron. Definitely have the wrong tip. Okay, that looks good. Let's see if we can get this to stick. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. I think we're okay. I don't see any shorts. Yeah, I think we're okay. I can test for shorts. Good there. Good there. No shorts to its neighbors. Okay, so let's feed this wire along here. Cut it this long. Tin it or strip it. All right. Tin this. And let's tack it here. All right. Doesn't look pretty. Doesn't have to. Oop. Yeah, we pulled that pad off. That pad was not on there very good. Let me clean it again. So we're going to have to tack it to this wire, or maybe, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we blew that up. Okay, well, let's stick it onto that trace. Hopefully that trace has some strength. Get rid of this. And where's my flux? All right, let's do this again. Okay. I'm just hoping this pad here, this silicon button pad, will clear everything. I think it will. Should be okay. Pull this out to the side more. I can tack it down with some... I don't think we need to tack it down. I think it's okay. Let's see here. We got a couple traces here that might be bad too. There's another thing. We have 2 traces here. Right under the C5 there's a trace. I might have to chase that one out to see where it goes. Might be open. Let's test for continuity. So between this blob and... okay, that's good. And these are all... I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay on the rest of them. It should work now if we put it back together. So let's try it. Okay, I needed to disassemble this motor print assembly from the housing because there's a lot of crust in here. You can see there's crusties hidden inside, and these are just going to flake off and float around. I have to get some good cleaning in here somehow. I think I might have to just pull these out. I don't know if you can pull these out. Might not be able to. You should be able to. Let's see here. This one here. I don't know. I have to clean this somehow, so I'm gonna get some water and a brush and just go crazy. I gotta figure out how to clean this out though. See, all that crusty stuff is hiding in these areas, and this will just flake off and cause more havoc. So I gotta clean it good. All right, I think I got it clean. I scrubbed it with a brush and some hot water. Running hot water, sprayed it in here, and I don't see any more corrosion. And then I took compressed air and blew it all out just to dry this. It's still damp inside, but I think it'll just, that little bit will evaporate. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's put this back together. Okay. And hopefully this thing works. I hate to throw it in the trash. But if we have to, we have to. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna go crazy. Okay, that's our cutter. All right, and this here, I'm gonna do some more cleaning on it because we've got flux residue all over it. Let's get this clean. I don't think the flux residue will do anything. But we don't want to give it any excuse for not working, right? Okay, I think that's good. Clean this as well. Scrubbed it under hot running water with soap. Okay. All right. Connect our motor up and our batteries. And our printer cable. All right. Put in our tape cartridge. I had to repair this before because it had no traction on the tape, so it wasn't rolling. Okay, put our batteries in. Beep, I like that. Power is on. Let's go. T-E-S-T, print. Oh, it's working. Success. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.